today we wanted to come on and tell you about this butterfly habitat. As you can see, I'm not actually physically holding it because it's pretty large, and so we just wanted to tell you about it. We will show you some videos of it and the functionality of it and answer some common questions that people have about it. So I purchased this butterfly habitat several years ago. We are a homeschool family and we were learning about butterflies, and I wanted my children to learn about the life cycle of a butterfly. So what we did was you can order caterpillars online, but what we actually did was just plant some milkweed in our yard. And if you do that, I guess depending on where you live, but where we live, the monarch butterflies come and they will lay their eggs on the milkweed. So you can actually see them on the bottom side of the milkweed. You can see the little white eggs. And then once they change into the caterpillars, so then what we would do is purchase a separate milkweed plant to put inside of our butterfly habitat. So I show you here like a basil plant inside, because right now is not caterpillar season. So I'm just showing you with a basil plant. But we would put the milkweed plant inside the habitat, and then we bring it inside and we set it next to a window so it can get light, and it's just fun to watch the caterpillar. We put some sticks in there and just watching the caterpillars get bigger, and then eventually what they'll do, because of the netting that the habitat is made of, they will crawl up and then they will hang actually on the habitat, and then they'll stay there for however many days, and they'll start to change to like this see-through color, and then they become a beautiful butterfly and we release them. So we have absolutely loved this habitat, and it's been so, magical is a great word, honestly, to experience the life cycle change from an egg all the way to the butterfly. And like I said, you can order the caterpillars if you don't have the option to have them just naturally lay their eggs in your yard. But I highly suggest that you do this with your kids because it's such a amazing thing to see. Our first question is, how tall is the habitat once it's unfolded? So the habitat is 23.6 inches tall, so it's a pretty good size. They do come in other sizes, but I do prefer this size because most milkweed plants can fit right in there well. We usually just put a paper plate under the milkweed plant so it doesn't leak through on whatever it's sitting on, but the height of that is perfect for growing the butterflies. How does the zipper design facilitate access? So as you can see in this video here, you can see that it allows the sides to fully open, giving you access for cleaning and to replenish the food if necessary without disturbing the chrysalises. So sometimes we have done before where we haven't put a whole plant, but maybe just do some milkweed leaves, and then those little hungry caterpillars eat all of those, and so we might have to go in, but some of your caterpillars might have made a chrysalis. So the zipper is great because you can easily open it and do anything you need to do inside without disturbing the chrysalises that have already been made. How does the mesh benefit the caterpillars? So the mesh is great, as well as the one side that is a clear vinyl. All the sides are great because they let light in, which the caterpillar needs. It's also great because the mesh sides allow air to circulate through, because all three sides and the bottom and the top are that mesh. And then you've got the vinyl on the one side. So the majority of it is the mesh. And like I said, it just helps with the air circulation, and it also helps because the caterpillars can stick to it really well and to be able to make their chrysalises right there on that mesh. How does the habitat design facilitate observation? So like I said, the one side is that clear vinyl, and so that is the side that is the easiest to see through. Even though you could see through the whole thing, it's kind of best to turn it where that clear side allows you to be able to observe and not bother the chrysalis and the caterpillars while they are in their process. So there you have it. That's the things that we know about the butterfly habitat that we have. Like I said, we've absolutely loved it. My kids have loved the process, and we use it year after year. We just hang it in our garage when it's not season, and then when the next season comes, my daughter is constantly bringing me the caterpillars. We actually had two. We had a smaller one and a larger one, and at one point we had the smaller was kind of like the baby hospital for the itty bitty tiny caterpillars, and then we use the bigger one for the bigger caterpillars. So you can, do what works best for your family. But we hope that answered some of your questions that you have about that butterfly habitat. Happy purchasing.